everyone, I hope you are spending a wonderful creative day. As for me, I am back from Porto and Lisbon. Today I'm just in Porto airport right now, and I thought it would be a nice occasion for me to share with you my travel essentials. So not the boring obvious things like passport, sunscreen. I try to focus on things that you might not be aware of or you might forget for your holidays, involving some technology thing, packing tips and things to bring with you during summer or holidays. My first travel essential is something that saved my life almost every day during my trip, and this is this kind of boring black flat thing, which is a power bank to recharge your phone. This recharges your phone once, and it's really lightweight, only 100 grams, so you can have it in your bag. You don't even think about it, but as soon as your phone runs out of battery, you think about it and you are so happy to be able to use it and having your phone alive again. And the plug hidden in here in this. And if, like me, you have a phone that recharges with the lightning plug, you need an adapter which is hidden in this little thing, and so you are ready to plug it in your phone and have a full battery again. By the way, I think I'm going to create a kind of section in the kit with this travel essentials so that you can get a few links if you want to check the products. About the idea of saving energy, I have a bonus tip for you, which is something I just teach every people I met that has an iPhone, but probably you can find something similar with Android. I don't know, but on an iPhone you have a kind of saving battery mode that is so handy. I usually use it with Siri, just saying économie d'énergie in French, so that Siri just found the feature and I can activate it. But you can also find it in the setting and just check what is a precise English name, just in case you want to use Siri afterwards, or just knowing where is the battery section in the setting, like I am showing you right now. Plus, in the more recent phone you can find this in the section also where you can activate the Bluetooth or changing the brightness of the screen, this kind of thing. Hope that helps. For me it helped, so never run out of energy again! My second travel essentials is this app called MapsMe, which is just wonderful because you can use it without any connection, which means that if your phone plan doesn't allow you to have a connection abroad, or if, like me, you want to kind of save a bit of data, you can use it instead of Google Maps to be able to use a map even if you don't have any connection. That's really nice. You can put some personal pin on the map. You can also search for something special on the map. For example, you type a bakery and your map displays all the bakery around you with this kind of blue dust. This is so handy. I really recommend it. Free app, I guess, in the Apple Store and also for Android, hopefully. Last thing, a bit in the technology side, which is going to seem a bit random and boring, but a multi-plug is a must, because if you want to be able to plug all your things in the evening, the camera battery, the phone, tablet, everything, and you have only one plug besides your bed, that's a bit tricky. So having a multi-plug and of course an adapter, depending on the country you go, is really an essential so that you are never in trouble with your tech equipment. If it has a kind of a long cable, it's better, because in the case the plug is the other side of the room, you have the long cable so that you can reach your phone if you need to. Let's talk about a few more things that I absolutely want to have in my luggage, and especially this. A kind of thermos, you know, thing that keeping your water cool, especially during summer, and you know that it also can keep your tea really warm if you go to Iceland. This is really nice, and this kind of equipment is so often really rubbish. I had some as a gift, and you could, when you put some tea in it, you couldn't hold it because you would burn your hand, and the idea is that the cold or the warmth is going to stay in the bottle, so just choose it wisely. I recommend this Spanish brand, Contigo. These are really perfect. They keep the cold really long time and the warmth too. So if you have to buy one, I really recommend that you choose the one that does the work, of course. You can seal it so that the water is not going to spill everywhere, and you can tell that mine already went. It's quite a lot of adventure with me because of all these scratches, and I use it all the time at home because I like to drink my tea when it's still warm, and this keeps my tea warm. Even if I keep it open like that, I can drink my tea for half an hour and it's still warm, so really recommended for winter, for summer, every day of the year. Another really important item, shoes of course. You want to walk everywhere in the city, discover, explore. For sure you wouldn't want some hurting feet spoiling your traveling, so you really need good shoes. During summer I always want to wear open shoes so that my feet can enjoy the summer and not being stuffy in shoes. So I am wearing sandals, but when I leave home for traveling I don't want to have this kind of really thin sole sandals. That would make you feel every cobblestone under your feet, and I can tell you that in Porto Lisbon I walked on millions of these. So yeah, I recommend that you have some sandals if you're like me, with a kind of thick soles but also soft so that they can bend when you walk. The one I am wearing, my go-to shoes, are called Rosita by TBS, and I am a bit embarrassed about showing them to you because they went in India, in US, in Canada and Portugal and France and everywhere with me and on my feet every day. So they are a bit in a bad state now, and I couldn't find my size in the color I wanted before leaving. But in the case you are searching for shoes like that with kind of thick, comfortable soles, I really recommend them. I think they are nice and stylish enough too. Before going through more essential items, let's talk about the packing. Whoa, the worst moment of traveling. So to pack clever and to get my things organized, I bought this kind of travel pouches that allow you to have a bit of all your clothes, a bit in a roll inside, and that it's not so much of a mess. Because it's like a kind of a closed compartment, you can a bit of push the thing inside and a bit of shrink them, you know, so this is really handy. In the case you are really running out of space in your suitcase though, I would recommend that you don't always put your thing in a big compartment, but rather you can put a bit your underwears everywhere in the suitcase where they can fit in really teeny spaces. And along with this, I am a huge fan of IKEA zip bags. I use them for everything. You can find every size you need. They are plastic, they are lightweight, they are transparent, clear, so you can see what's in here. You can group your items together like creative things and underwear. And having an IKEA zip bag for every kind of thing, I also use it you know, to be sure that my chocolate is not going to melt in my bag or everything, and I use them a lot at home too, or when I want to pack a few nuts, everything. So buy a ton of IKEA zip bag, they will always be put in good use. My travel essential number 6 and my next packing tips is buy ridiculously small plastic container like this one, which I carried a bit of sunscreen in it in my bag during the whole trip. For bath gel, for shampoo, for everything, your sunscreen, your alcohol if you need to, laundry stuff. Just don't carry a whole bottle on it, just put a bit in kind of small plastic bottles or small plastic boxes, and your bag will thank you a million. This video is not about my creative setup that you can find in another video, but of course creative supplies are some essentials for me. So watercolor palette, brushes, pen, sketchbook, everything. But I would like to add as a travel essential for you, tape. I like to carry these small masking tape rolls, and they are really useful to tape a new page in your sketchbook, but also a leaf, a receipt, everything. And if you need sometimes to attach something in your bag or to close a pouch or an envelope or anything, having a bit of tape is always a must. So I would recommend just a small little roll in a corner. Another travel essential that is not useful only for sketching, a stool. I started to have one obviously for sketching, just to be able to sit in every corner and paint and sketch sometimes, but I realized that it's so useful to have. So even if you are not an artist, if you are not sketching or anything, I mean, it's sometimes difficult to find a place to sit in the shade, in the right place, in the right view, and sometimes benches are wet or dirty, and when we explore everything in town and we are so tired, that's so handy to have a stool with you. You just put it the place you want and that's it. You can sit and relax and rest your legs. It's really not so heavy to carry. I wasn't thinking it was bothering to carry mine, so I think it's a good tip to be able to sit everywhere. Carry with with me a kind of really thin cardigan that is also usually a short one because it's really small. I am calling them my sleeves. Here it is. Perfect. So I have a black, a grey, a pink one, and they are so small you can put them at the bottom of your bags, and you are so happy to find them in here when you are a bit cold in the evening to cover your arms and shoulders and being a bit warmer. And my bonus tips is not really an essential, I mean you can live without it. But I realized recently that having a kind of a big necklace, like a bit of a statement, is really handy during summer, because if you are really too warm, too hot and you just want to wear a tank top, just put a kind of necklace like that and you still look okay. So once again, really handy to feel comfortable and at the same time nice to be with your friend and family during summer. I really hope you found a few useful information and ideas in this video. Please share your own travel essentials in the comments. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more traveling adventure and tips. My plane is going to board quite soon, so I tell you, see you next time. Thanks you so much for watching.